A baby born weighing less than 5.5 pounds or 2,499 grams is known as a low birth weight baby. Most newborn babies use a rear-facing seat for the first 12 to 15 months, but if your child has a low birth weight, you may find it difficult to find a suitable seat that fits them. Even when using manufacturer inserts, these seats may be too big to carry your baby safely. All babies have heavier and larger heads in proportion to the rest of their body. Combined with a weaker neck structure, this makes them susceptible to injury in a vehicle collision unless suitably protected in a rear-facing car seat. During a crash, the seat distributes the force acting on your baby's head and neck. The internal harness spreads these forces across their body, helping to protect their vital organs. Some low-weight babies need extra support when travelling, as their heads can fall forward, restricting airways and causing breathing difficulties. To avoid this, it's important that any seat you use fits your newborn baby and that you only travel when the hospital tells you it's safe to do so.
All babies will have thorough physical examination by a member of the medical team before being discharged from hospital to ensure they are safe to travel home. In some cases, especially if the baby is low birth weight or has had other medical complications, the hospital may carry out a car seat challenge. There is no standard national policy for this, but most hospitals across the country will follow guidelines similar to ours at the Princess Anne Neonatal Unit. This involves your baby being placed in a rear-facing car seat and monitored for an hour whilst on the unit. They will be checked every 10 minutes to see how they react to sitting in the car seat. At all times, their oxygen levels and heart rate will be monitored, and if this drops below a given point, the test will be stopped immediately. If this happens, they will be tested again 24 to 48 hours later. An insert may be used in the seat if we think they need extra support. If on the retest, oxygen levels and/or heart rate still drop, your baby will not be able to travel home. If everything else is okay, they will be tested again 48 hours later. After a third unsuccessful car seat challenge, the medical team will review to ensure that your baby is otherwise well and there are no underlying issues. If there are no additional concerns, your baby may be allowed to travel home using a lie-flat car seat. This can be a safer option for low birth weight babies. To help your baby stay safe in the car seat, it is recommended that they are only used for travel. In the first few months, journeys should be kept short, ideally no longer than 30 minutes. If you need to travel for longer, remember to take regular breaks where your baby is taken out of the seat.
Any rear-facing seat used by your baby must conform to one of two current safety regulations, known as either R44 or R129. R129 is a newer standard and often called I-size. Most R44 rear-facing seats are for babies weighing up to 13 kilograms. I-sized rear-facing seats are used by babies until they're at least 15 months old. These seats often include side impact protection features that offer greater protection for your baby in a collision. If advised to do so, your low-weight baby may be able to travel in one of these rear-facing seats, but you may need to add manufacturer inserts to do this safely. If your baby is very small, these standard rear-facing seats may not be suitable, and a lie-flat baby carrier may be a safer option. Lie-flat baby carriers have a strong shell and an energy-absorbing interior. They have a 5-point harness to hold your baby in place, and in some cases may have removable inserts to help keep your baby secure. When your baby weighs over 10 kilograms, some models can be adjusted to a sitting position. This means they can be used for longer as they work like standard rear-facing car seats. Always check with the manufacturer for any of these features. I-sized rear-facing seats with a lie-flat function are available, but you do need to check manufacturer instructions carefully as some of these features should not be used while the seat is in a vehicle. Whichever low-weight baby seat you choose, be aware that not all seats fit every vehicle, so check with the manufacturer for compatibility. If possible, get a retailer with trained fitters to fit it into your vehicle. Here are our top tips for travelling with a low-weight baby. Seek advice from the medical team before you and your baby are discharged from the hospital. Keep car travel in the first few months to a minimum, ideally under 30 minutes. If using a rear-facing child seat, recline it as much as possible following the manufacturer's instructions. Always put a rear-facing or lie-flat carrier in the rear of the car. Never leave your baby unattended in the seat. Try to have someone to sit next to your baby, especially during the first few months. Only use the baby seat in the car and not for feeding the baby or for letting them sleep in it at home unless it's specifically designed for that purpose. If travelling with medical equipment such as oxygen bottles for the baby, secure them so they do not become projectiles in the event of a collision.